using BrightBuilder, it's possible to debug our application. So this video will demonstrate that feature. And what I have here is a simple application that can run and click on a button on a simple form, and as you can see, as I'm clicking there on the simple form, it's incrementing a counter on the label there. So the way I'm doing that in this expression here, if I double click on the button, it takes me to the expression that's being run when we click on that button. And here we have a form variable, variable1, which is going to, if I double click there, it comes up on the tree, which is simply being incremented. We're converting that number to an integer, and then we're reassigning the label in the control label to include that number that we're counting on. So if I run that in debug, I can access debug from the toolbar, or I can right click on my project and come down to debug. I can also hit F10. As you can see, Brightforms has now run in debug mode, and when we do that, also I'll point out to you now here, the output screen has come up with a debug trace, so all of the logging and tracing information coming from Brightforms is automatically sent to BrightBuilder and appears here. And when I click on this button, I can have a breakpoint signified by the red line there. I can turn that breakpoint on and off by clicking in the left-hand grey margin. And I will now click on that button, and I've got a breakpoint. It's come up in green. I can then hit run. I can pause it as well. I hit run again, and I'll just hit my button one more time to bring the breakpoint back up. If this form editor is not even open, then when I hit the breakpoint, the form editor automatically opens up, and I'm scrolled down to the place where the breakpoint is occurring. And then I can also simply, as well as just running again straight, I can also step over and into. So step over or F8 is more convenient to use the keyboard. I can do line by line execution. So demonstrate that one more time. You get I'm hitting step over, step over, step over, step over, and now I'm running at full speed. I hit the button one more time. Step over, step over, and at this point I can hover. Now that we're broken at this point, we've added one to our variable, converted it to a number. If I hover my mouse over the variable, we get the values of variables and data sources, data objects in the expression statements coming up as tooltips on the expression itself. So if I go to the watches window, which I can also bring up from the Windows menu here, we can drag that same data source that I was looking at and got the tooltip for there again. I can drag that straight into the watches window, and it will appear there as I step the code. So I'll step over again, step over, and I'll run at full speed. We come in, the variable is integer 6, step over one time. We've added 1 to it, it's now converted to a double 7. Step over one more time, we've converted it from a double back to an integer, so it's an integer 7. And then I assign it, and then I keep running like that. I'll run full speed. In the meantime, I'll drag my label in there as well. I want to see both things. When I'm running at full speed, the values change to unable to query data source, which is fine. I hit the button, come back here, and then they will change to their current values according to the debugging system. That Brightforms is giving us that information live in real time. You can see my values changing perfectly here. They change from a double 8 to an integer 8, and assign the values and run, and I can see Brightforms is showing the label 8. Finally, I'll just hit that button one more time and come to here, and I'll just step a couple of times, and we're about to assign the variable 1. We're going to use variable 1 to assign it to the label text. What I can do as well using the watches window is I can set this to anything at all. 123, hit the enter key, that's now updated that value in real time in Bright Forms. And if I run, it will use the 123 value instead of the 9 that was there. I run that, have a look at Bright Forms. So that shows us how we can also set values using the watch window as well. So this video has shown us how we can run our project in debug mode. We can assign breakpoints and take away breakpoints. If I take away the breakpoint there and I just run the button, nothing happens. It's all running at full speed. I can step through the code. I can hover over values to give me their current status. I can use the watch window to show the current status of multiple variables, and I can use that watch window to set variables as well. So all of this adds up to a very, very powerful tool to use as part of your BrightBuilder experience. For more information and for more how-to videos, be sure to check out brightexpress.com.